Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp with a Limp, and I'm here with another 5-minute review that's going to give you just the highlights of a game and let you know whether it's worth buying, getting it on sale, or if you should pass on it. Today I'm going to look at one of Games Workshop's smaller box games, but one that's not as popular as their more well-known ones like Blood Bowl or Blackstone Fortress. This is Space Marine Adventures Labyrinth of the Necrons, which pits a handful of Space Marines against the Xenos horde that in this case is obviously going to be the Necrons. First, as always, a quick word about the components of the game. Now, the quality for the most part is pretty good. The counters and tiles are nice and thick with decent graphics on them. The Necrons that are on the counters aren't the nicest of the graphics. I would have liked to see maybe some other pictures used, but they're serviceable for the game itself. The cards are good quality as well. The drawback for the components is going to be in the models themselves. The Space Marine models are a little bit lower quality plastic than GW usually uses, and obviously the Necrons aren't models at all. They're simple counters. Obviously, this is a cost savings measure to keep the game at a cheap price point, but not having any enemy models is a drawback. Obviously, if you play 40k, you can use your own Necron models if you have them, but if you play 40k, you're probably not buying this game anyway. The game itself is based off of 40k lore, where a few valiant Space Marines must stop an evil Necron overlord by invading his crypt. Gameplay itself is going to be extremely basic and almost like a kid game. An activation deck is used to determine whose turn it is, which is going to be a boon for solitaire play. When a Space Marine card is drawn, that Marine may activate using his set number of actions, and he's either going to use those actions to move a square or perform attacks. Each Marine has a set range and may receive a bonus to things like melee or ranged combat, depending on whatever his specialty is. They also do have access to some special cards that they can use for other bonuses during gameplay as well. Necron Activation is even more basic than what I just described, as when their activation card is drawn, it will point to a numbered spawn point in which to place enemy counters. That's it. They will never move or attack on their own. Their attacks are simply spawning in a square that a Space Marine occupies. The only real main difference in the enemy types is what number is going to be required to roll to kill them. For example, a Necron Warrior might take a roll of 3 or higher, while a Necron Immortal will take a roll of 4 or higher to kill. There are a few more aspects to the game, but I just described the majority of it to you. Also, there's only 3 scenarios in the game, which is really going to severely hamper replay value for this game. I will admit that normally I'm a huge fan of GW's box games, but I gotta admit this one's a miss. I think this was their attempt at something simpler to try and reach a larger market with their products. The problem is they decided to go far too simple with this one. Unless you want to get it to play a 40k themed game with your 6-year-old, this one's probably going to be a pretty easy pass for you. Unfortunately, there are just far too many other games out there for this price point, which is roughly $40 if you get it on sale or not, that you can get that are going to be far better, more rich gameplay, and something that will offer you more replay value as well. So yeah, unfortunately, this one's going to be a pass unless, honestly, you're getting it to play with a kid. Well, that's going to be it for this 5-minute review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys take care. I will catch you in the next one.